Mason Sports Talk, first in the live chat. How you doing there, Mason? Glad to see you being the first in the live chat today. Just got to get a few things adjusted here real quick. Let me get to my wheel of names here and add Mason in here for the May drawing. As soon as I get it to load up here, let me pop this in here. Mason Sports Talk. First in the chat this morning. Let me save this file so you're entered into the May 2020 drawing. Most likely after the end of going through our Topps 1988 set today, we will I will show you the 5 cards that are up for the giveaway for this month. All right. So boom, a whole bunch of people in here. Kevin's in here. Good morning. Chuck Dupree. Hey Chuck. Hey Donald. Hey Kevin. Did you hear Dearman found a Jose Canseco autographed picture? That is so cool. Kevin's Card Collecting says, hey Chuck, Mason, hey Chuck and Kevin. Tiger Eagles cards. I actually bought a 1988 Topps full set a few weeks ago. There you go. You go through the set at the same time I do then. I'll only be here a few minutes. I'm on lunch at work. Oh, no problem there, Chuck. Thanks for popping in when you can. I appreciate it. What's up there, Tiger Eagle? Says Mason Sports Talk. Hey, Mason. Chuck says, hey, Mason. All right. Tiger Eagle, I have the traded set. I do have some of the traded sets. I might do a different series on those. I do have a bunch of the Topps traded sets, but I'm just going to do the base sets for this video series primarily. I know in the books, when I was finishing up the 2 books, they did cover the Topps traded sets also. But since I'm doing this way, bringing us up to date with the regular Topps baseball card series. Again, this week we are on 1988, and I will be recapping 1987 in baseball history for the introduction before we get into going through the cards. So let's see. I did save that. Let me get back over here where it needs to be and do a refresh on the live chat. Samuel Arnold's in the house. How you doing there, Samuel? Thanks for joining us today. Are you using a phone for streaming? Yes, I am there, Samuel. I'm using my cell phone, my iPhone. Huber's Trick Shots. Hey, Mr. Donald. Just popping in to say hi. Thanks for popping in here, Huber. All right. Did you end up getting the package I sent there, Huber? I'm assuming you probably did get my package I sent to you guys. But other than that, we do have about 4 more minutes before we get into our content at hand. And I will read through the history of Topps baseball first. And then we will get into reviewing the whole complete set here, 1 card at a time. It's always fun. I won't spend a lot of time on each card, but we will go through them. Tiger Eagle, I wouldn't because I'm still looking at the Sammy Sosa head from your 999 subscriber giveaway. Oh, that is neat. I'm glad you're going through my different videos there. I do appreciate that. Give me some view time and some watch hours. I'm still working on trying to get my first paycheck from YouTube. Haven't got enough viewership yet to actually I got to get people to watch my commercials on my channel. But it's no biggie. I just enjoy doing what I'm doing. Nice flag in the background. Oh yeah, this one here. That was a card that somebody a little card that I got in the mail, and it's just I figured I'd toss that in there a little bit. I could put another nice little USA flag here, and then Chuck would really enjoy it. I could put this one probably up in here, and then we'd have two flags. But we got 2 minutes before we'll get into starting here. That is the one, that is the baseball card flag card that you can get from Score product from 1991 Score. We pray for the safe return of all Americans involved in Operation Desert Storm and for peace throughout the world. That was an awesome little card. I'm going to put that right there for the stream until we get into break and open the cards here. For those that don't know and stuff, this coming Saturday is Armed Forces Day. So hopefully you guys will honor somebody, or if you know somebody in the military, and enjoy that time sharing. Dearman, hi. I'm here. I'm here. Nice to see you there, Dearman. Thanks for popping in here. We've got about a minute or less, and then we will get into 1987 baseball and review for this baseball card set. Okay, Mason Sports Talk. Hi, Dearman. All right, so let me get ready and be ready here for everything that we've got going on here. I'll go over some of the different things that took place in 1987 leading up to the 1988 baseball card set. All right, and we do have 10:30. Dennis, fine. What's up, Donald? I am doing fine there, Dennis. Thanks for popping into the chat here. It is 10:30. I am going to get into my history lesson part before we go over and go through the 1988 baseball card set. Okay, so 1987 in baseball. All right, of course, the World Series was with the Minnesota Twins over the St. Louis Cardinals 4-3. Frank Viola was the MVP that year. And of course, the playoffs leading up to the World Series was Detroit Tigers against the Minnesota Twins. The Minnesota Twins won that matchup 4-1, advancing to the World Series. And then it was the St. Louis Cardinals and the San Francisco Giants, with the St. Louis Cardinals going on to play with the Minnesota Twins, and the Twins won 4-3 in that series. The American League Championship Series, Gary Gaeta was the MVP, and for the National League Championship Series, Jeff Leonard was the MVP. The All-Star Game was played July 14th at Oakland Alameda County Coliseum. The National League won the game 2-0 in 13 innings, and Tim Raines was the MVP. Other championships that took place was the Caribbean World Series, Carrillos de Cagus in Puerto Rico, the College World Series at Stanford, the Japan Series, Cebu Lions over the Urimi Giants 4-2. The Korean Series was Haiti Tigers over the Samsung Lions. The Big League World Series was in Taipei, Taiwan. Junior League World Series was in Rowland Heights, California. The Little League World Series was in Hualien in Taiwan. And the Pan American Games, Cuba over the United States. And the Senior League World Series took place in Athens, Ohio. Of course, awards and honors that year in 1987 was the Baseball Hall of Fame inductees were Ray Dandridge, Catfish Hunter, and Billy Williams. Most valuable players were George Bell with the Toronto Blue Jays, outfielder for the American League, and Andre Dawson, Chicago Cubs outfielder for the National League. The Cy Young Award winners that year were Roger Clemens for the Boston Red Sox of the American League, and Steve Bedrosian with the Philadelphia Phillies in the National League. The Rookie of the Year awards went to Mark McGwire with the Oakland Athletics. First baseman for the American League, and Benito Santiago for the San Diego Padres was a catcher in the National League. The Manager of the Year awards was Sparky Anderson for the Detroit Tigers in the American League, and Buck Rogers for the Montreal Expos in the National League. All right. The Gold Glove Award winners for the year by position were Don Mattingly at first base for the American League, Frank White, second base for the American League, Gary Gaeta, third base for the American League, Tony Fernandez, shortstop for the American League, Kirby Puckett, outfielder for the American League, Gary Pettis, outfielder for the American League, Jesse Barfield, outfielder for the American League, and Bob Boone, catcher for the American League, and Mark Langston, pitcher for the American League. All right. So other than that, we will go into the events that took place through the year in 1987. So before I do that, let me pop into the chat real quick here. Hi, Mason. Robert Hone here. Sorry, Professor. Couldn't find my keys. The dog took them. Oh, that's fine, Robert. No problem. All right. So for January 1987, January 14th, Catfish Hunter and Billy Williams were elected to the Hall of Fame by the Baseball Writers Association of America. On February 25th, Baseball Commissioner Peter Ueberroth suspends San Diego Padres pitcher Lamar Hoyt from baseball following his third arrest on drug possession charges, this time on the U.S.-Mexican border. Hoyt is sentenced to 45 days in jail on December 16, 1986. In March 3rd, Ray Dandridge, a third baseman from the Negro Leagues, is the only player elected to the Hall of Fame by the Special Veterans Committee. On March 27th, the New York Mets acquired David Cone and Chris Jellick from the Kansas City Royals in exchange for Rick Anderson, Mauro Gozzo, and Ed Hearn. All right. Let me check the chat real quick here. Hello, Don. There we go. Cards in my car with Robert Posada. There we go. Jose. Hi, Donald and everyone. Thanks for popping in here, Jose. Camden Disney. Hey, sorry haven't been in your stream for a while. Just been busy with school. No problem there, Camden. Nice to see you back in the streams. Appreciate you being here. Let's see. Robert Posada. Kevin's card collecting. This story sounds familiar. Did you already read this story by chance? No. Part of it, because of the drug thing, remember it took place in December of 1986, and then this is what, of course, when they actually had the trial and the sentencing. All right, so it kind of carried over into the next year. It does sound somewhat familiar. All right. But I know last week I did the 1986 for the 1987 set. It's kind of the way you kind of got to do it on these. That's what I kind of discovered through the whole process here. But how I am doing good there, Camden Disney, just plugging away, providing content, and moving through the weeks with my channel. But keep me posted, Kevin, if it does seem like I did read this. I don't think I did, because I'm looking through here. I think we're good. Let me go into April here. April 6th, Al Campanis, general manager of the Los Angeles Dodgers and a former teammate of Jackie Robinson, appear on the ABC News program Nightline to discuss the progress of racial integration of baseball as the 40th anniversary of Robinson's first game approaches. When asked by Nightline host Ted Koppel why more African Americans do not become managers or executives, Campanis states that the blacks lack certain qualities for those jobs, drawing the ire of host Koppel. Campanis is fired by the Dodgers 2 days later. April 13th, at Jack Murphy Stadium, the San Diego Padres set a major league record when the first three batters in the bottom of the first inning hit home runs off San Francisco Giants starter Roger Mason. In their home opener, the Padres, trailing 2-0, got homers from Marvell Wynn, Tony Gwynn, and John Kruk. On April 15th, Juan Nieves of the Milwaukee Brewers pitches a no-hitter against the Baltimore Orioles. Nieves becomes the second youngest pitcher in Major League history to accomplish the feat at 22 years, 4 months, and 10 days old, as well as the first Brewer to do it. On April 17th, Mike Schmidt of the Philadelphia Phillies hits the 500th home run of his career. It comes in the ninth inning against the Pittsburgh Pirates and Don Robinson, giving the Phillies an 8-6 win at Pittsburgh. All right. June 1st, knuckleballer Phil Niekro of the Cleveland Indians beats Detroit Tigers 9-6. This is his 314th Major League victory for Niekro, which paired him with brother Joe, a current total of 216 wins, making them the winningest pitcher-brother duo, surpassing the 529 wins posted by Gaylord Perry and Jim Perry. The Niekros will finish their careers with a combined 539 wins. On June 2nd, the Seattle Mariners used the number one overall pick of the 1987 MLB draft to select Ken Griffey Jr., signaling a turnaround in their fortunes as an organization. On June 17th, former Kansas City Royals manager Dick Howser dies of brain cancer at age 51. Howser had attempted to manage the team at the start of the spring training, but found he was physically too weak and was replaced by Billy Gardner. All right, on June 22nd, with their starting rotation decimated by injuries, the New York Mets seek help from Tom Seaver, who is not offered a contract to his liking following the 1986 season, whose salary was $1 million. The Boston Red Sox offered him $500,000, which Seaver also declines. Though no actual contract is signed, Seaver joins the Red Sox on June 6th and is hit hard on during an exhibition game against the AAA Tidewater Tides on June 11th. After similarly poor outings on the 16th and 20th, he announces his retirement. June 28th, Don Baylor and the visiting Boston Red Sox is hit by a pitch from Rick Rhoden in the sixth inning of a 6-2 win over the New York Yankees. The HBP gives Baylor 244 for his career, breaking a modern-day record set by Ron Hunt. All right, let me take a pop in the chat here. Looks like we're good to go. I need about $10 to get some cards. What does everyone PC? Samuel Arnold, all right. Jose, car. Hey, Kevin. Hey, Robert. Hunter Busher. How you doing there, Hunter? Nice to see you popping in the chat here. All right, so we got 7 people in the chat. Let's continue on. Continuing on with July. July 14th, Tim Raines caps a 3-for-3 performance in the All-Star game with a 2-run triple in the top of the 13th inning, giving the National League a 2-0 victory over the American League. Raines is selected the MVP in the All-Star game. July 18th, the New York Yankees first baseman Don Mattingly homers in his record-tying 8th straight game in a 7-2 Texas Rangers win over the Yankees. He ties the record set by Dale Long in 1956. All right, and then we have August the 2nd at Royal Stadium. Kevin Seitzer goes 6 for 6 with 2 home runs and 7 runs batted in the Kansas City Royals' 13-5 victory over the Boston Red Sox. Seitzer becomes the second Royal to collect 6 6 hits in one game, Bob Oliver having done so in 1969, the franchise's inaugural season. On August the 11th, Mark McGwire of the Oakland Athletics breaks Al Rosen's American League rookie record by hitting his 38th home run in an 8-2 loss to the Mariners. On August 26th, Paul Molitor of the Milwaukee Brewers goes hitless and ends his 39-game hitting streak. It is the longest American League hitting streak since Joe DiMaggio's 56-game streak, a Major League record in 1941. On August 30th, with knuckleball pitcher Charlie Ho on the mound, Texas Rangers catcher Gino Pirelli ties a Major League record by committing 6 passed balls in a 7-0 loss to the Detroit Tigers at Tiger Stadium. All 7 runs are unearned and come as a result of the passed balls. Petralli commits 35 passed balls on the season, breaking C.J. Martin's modern-day single-season record of 33 in 1965. All right, September 9th, Nolan Ryan strikes out 16 to pass 4,500 for his career as the Houston Astros beat the San Francisco Giants 4-2. Ryan strikes out 12 of the final 13 batters and fans Mike Alderetta to complete the 7th inning for his 4,500th strikeout. September 14th, in the midst of the Toronto Blue Jays' 18-3 drubbing of the Baltimore Orioles at Exhibition Stadium, Cal Ripken Jr. is lifted from the lineup and replaced by Ron Washington, stopping Ripken's consecutive inning played streak at 8,243 innings. In this same game, Toronto hits 10 home runs to set a Major League single-game record. Ernie Witt connects on 3 of the home runs. Rance Mulliniks and George Bell, 2 each, and Fred McGriff, Lloyd Mosby, and Rob Ducey, each one. September 18th, Darrell Evans hits his 30th home run of the season and becomes the first player to do so at the age of 40. On September 21st, Darryl Strawberry steals his 30th base of the season to join the 30-30 club. With teammate Howard Johnson already having joined, it marks the first time that 2 teammates achieved 30-30 seasons in the same year. September 22nd, Wade Boggs of the Boston Red Sox reaches the 200-hit mark for the 5th straight season in an 8-5 loss to the Detroit Tigers. On September 27th, 4 days after being signed as a free agent and almost a month after being released by the Toronto Blue Jays, 48-year-old Hall of Famer Phil Niekro pitches in his final Major League game for the Atlanta Braves. Niekro starts the game against the San Francisco Giants and pitches 3 innings and gives up 6 hits and 5 runs. On September 28th, Kevin Seitzer becomes the first rookie since Tony Oliva and Dick Allen in 1964 to collect 200 hits in a season. Let me get caught up in the chat here. All right. Ethan's Elvis Covers and More is in the house. How you doing there, Ethan? Nice to have you join us here this morning. Camden did the cards in my car with our Posada. School is going fine, only 1 month left of it. Hey, Robert and Ethan. How's it going? We're doing good there, Ethan. Ethan, sale tomorrow? No, not tomorrow. I figured it was probably going to be Friday. Usually Ethan likes to do his sales on Fridays. Oh, laugh out loud. I was thinking today was Thursday. I'm all confused. Don't worry. We get that way, Kevin. Wait till you get my age. Mine and Robert's age. Huh? Kevin, you're 1 day behind. Laugh out loud. All good. We're all mixed up on the days right now. This quarantine blends days together. Yes, it does sometimes. Very true. Donald, did you get trout or chippers? No, that's the 2 I'm still trying to find is the Mike Trout and the Chipper Jones. Working on trying to see where I can get a halfway decent deal on one of those. Tell you what, Mike Trout's gone for quite a bit. I should have snagged him earlier in the season, maybe. But I'll come up with one eventually. All right. So, other than that, let me do a refresh here so I know where I left off on the chat here. And we will finish off the last part of the year here from October through November. October 4th, the Detroit Tigers defeat the Toronto Blue Jays 1-0 to clinch the American League East division title. The victory caps off a thrilling pennant race in which the Tigers overcome a 3.5 game deficit to the Blue Jays in the last 2 weeks of the season, including sweeping the Blue Jays at Tiger Stadium in the final weekend and finishing 2 games ahead of Toronto in the standings. On October 19th, after a disappointing fourth place finish, the New York Yankees owner George Steinbrenner decides to promote manager Lou Piniella to general manager and hires Billy Martin as manager for the 5th time for the 1988 season. All right. Yep, that's true. So on October 25th, in Game 7 of the World Series, starter Frank Viola and reliever Jeff Reardon hold the St. Louis Cardinals to 6 hits as the Minnesota Twins win 4 games to 2 for their first World Championship. The franchise's last title came in 1924 as the Washington Senators. Viola was named the series MVP. November 3rd, Mark McGwire, who hit a then MLB rookie record of 49 home runs, was the unanimous choice for the American League Rookie of the Year. Only second time that happened, with Carlton Fisk was the other in 1972. November 10th, in the closest vote in Cy Young Award history, Steve Bedrosian of the Philadelphia Phillies edges Rick Sutcliffe of the Chicago Cubs 57-55 to win the National League honors. Bedrosian posts a 5-3 record with a 2.83 ERA and 40 saves, while Sutcliffe finishes 18-10 with a 3.68 ERA and 174 strikeouts. Bedrosian is the third relief pitcher ever to win the award in the National League, joining Mike Marshall in 1974 and Bruce Sutter in 1979. November 18th, Andre Dawson of the Chicago Cubs is announced as the winner of the National League MVP award, becoming the first recipient of the award to play for a last-place team. Then in December 1st, free agent outfielder Brett Butler is signed by the San Francisco Giants. Butler hit .295 with 9 home runs, 41 RBIs, and 33 stolen bases for the Cleveland Indians in the season. So there we go, and there we have it. Our history for Major League Baseball and what took place in baseball that year. Right? Let me got to get one thing ready here, so while we start going through my set here. Alright. Got my box ready to put my cards in when I start going through them here. Okay. That'll kind of hold it in place a little bit for now until I get ready to rock and roll here. Sorry, just arranging something before I get ready to open up this. Have to work like that for now. All right. So I think I'm ready here. Robert said, "Be right back." Chipper, you can still get for about under $8 Trout is a different story, definitely. Hunter, I think you know more about Jab's break schedules than he does. Oh, that's right. Just to let you know, tomorrow Donald Blomdahl, Eric Jabs is doing a 1980 Topps, looking for the Ricky Henderson rookie card. There we go. Yeah, Hunter Buscher is definitely our Jabs family update. He tells us what Jabs is going to be doing on his channel. I do appreciate that. I do pop on the Jabs family channel every once in a while on occasions to make an appearance. I do that. So thanks, Hunter, for giving us that update. Let me do a refresh here real quick, and we are going to start going through the 1988 baseball card set. Let me put this USA flag car up to the side out of here. So without further ado, let me grab our first stack here, and we will start going through these cards, starting with card number 1 and working our way through to, let's see, get those all kind of lined up here so you can see as we go through the stacks of cards. Okay, I'll try to do them like about 25 at a group here. I'll kind of get things staged and get used to this format. This is my second week doing it this way, but let's go through these and go through the cards one at a time. Do appreciate everybody being in with the chat here. I watch his videos every morning. The streams not as much because I can't see the card. Yeah, he goes through the cards really quick. You don't really have that much of a chance to see what he does, that is for sure. But I like to take my time and just let you see the cards as we do go through, and that's just the way I roll. So our 1987 record breakers are our first few cards in this set here. All right, so we've got Vince Coleman here with the St. Louis Cardinals. Then we've got Don Mattingly here. 87 record breakers, Don Mattingly. Does it say who he's with on this one? And Ernie Banks. Might be Ernie Banks there with Don Mattingly. And then we've got Mark McGwire. All right. Boom. I think Kevin's commented on this one too before. It's like Eddie Murray, 1987 record breaker. I think isn't Eddie Murray, was he a switch hitter? I'm pretty sure Eddie Murray was a switch hitter. Yeah. It says here, Murray belts switch home runs in 2 straight games. So he switch hit in both games and got 2 home runs in each game. That is pretty awesome. Here we go, the brothers, the 87 record breakers, Phil Niekro and Joe Niekro. All right. Then we've got Nolan Ryan with the Houston Astros. Benny Santiago, all right, with the San Diego Padres. Kevin would know that one. He would have known that one for sure. All right, and then we got a future star, Kevin Elster with the New York Mets. Andy Hawkins with the San Diego Padres. Ryan Sandberg with the Cubs. Mike Young with the Orioles. Bill Schroeder with the Brewers. Andre Thomas with the Braves. Sparky Anderson, manager for the Tigers. Chili Davis, all right, with the Giants. Kirk McCaskill with the Angels. Ron Oster with the Reds. Al Leader, future star, with the Yankees. Then we got Mark Davidson with the Twins. Kevin Gross with the Phillies. There we go, Boston Red Sox leaders. Shout out to Ethan's Elvis covers and more on this card. Back in the day for the Boston Red Sox. Greg Swindell with the Indians. Ken Landreau with the Dodgers. Jim DeShields with the Astros. And Andres Galarga with the Montreal Expos. Okay. Put them aside here. Get our next roughly 25 cards. Almost. Ooh, I like a card coming up here. I could see it out of the corner of my eye here. Mitch Williams with the Rangers. R.J. Reynolds with the Pirates. Okay. Jose Nunez with the Blue Jays. Argenis Salazar. Peds card collection. Hey, Donald. Kevin's card gotta go. Lots to do today. Take care, everyone. All right, Kevin. Thanks for popping into the stream when you could. Appreciate it. We'll see you around the channels. All right. So, Argenis Salazar with the Royals. Sid Fernandez with the Mets. Bruce Bochy with the Padres. Shout out to Kevin's card collecting. Mike Morgan with the Seattle Mariners. Rob Deere with the Brewers. Rick Horton with the Cardinals. Harold Baines, Hall of Famer, with the White Sox. Jamie Moyer with the Cubs. Ed Romero with the Red Sox. Jeff Calhoun with the Phillies. Gerald Perry with the Braves. Orel Hershiser with the Dodgers. Bob Melvin with the Giants. Bill Landrum with the Reds. Dick Schofield with the Angels. Lou Piniello, manager with the Yankees. Kent Herbeck with the Twins. Darnell Coles with the Pirates. Joaquin Andujar with the Athletics. Alan Ashby with the Astros. Dave Clark with the Indians. And Hubie Brooks with the Expos. Rounds off our first 50 cards there. Let me get these guys moved out of the way real quick. Okay, get into our next 25 cards here, or so. There we go. All right. Well, there we go. We got, I think it's Cal Ripken Jr. and Eddie Murray, I believe. Isn't that Eddie Murray? Yep, Cal Ripken Jr. and Eddie Murray on this one with the Orioles leaders. Okay. Then we got Don Robinson with the Giants. Kurt Wilkerson with the Rangers. Jim Clancy with the Blue Jays. Hey, Donald Blomdahl, do you have any Mitch Haniger rookies for 2017 Topps Holiday and Topps Gallery? I believe I might, but I'd have to search for them. Why? Did you just wanted to make sure I had some in my collection or something? Yeah, I do have some Mitch Haniger rookie cards, that's for sure. Okay, but appreciate you asking. Thanks a lot. I can never have enough of them. Anytime I get to add more Mariners to my collection, I do that. So Phil Bradley with the Seattle Mariners. Ed Hearn with the Royals. Tim Cruz with the Dodgers. Dave Magadan with the Mets. Danny Cox with the Cardinals. Ricky Henderson, there we go, with the New York Yankees. Mark Knudson with the Brewers. Jeff Hamilton with the Dodgers. Jimmy Jones with the Padres. Shout out Kevin's card collecting. Ken Caminetti with the Astros. Astros McGee. Leon Durham with the Cubs. Sean Raleigh with the Philadelphia Phillies. Ken Oberkfell with the Braves. Dave Dravecki. Boy, that's a young Dave Dravecki there. Oh, it's about 2, 4, 6, 7-year card. He'd been playing ball for 7 years already. Mike Hart with the Orioles. Roger Clemens with the Red Sox, Gary Pettis with the Angels, Dennis Eckersley with the Athletics, Randy Bush with the Twins, Tom Lasorda, manager. I like that card when he was sitting there in the golf cart with the Dodgers, and Joe Carter with the Indians. Last section of the first stack here. Denny Martinez with the Expos, Tom O'Malley with the Rangers, Dan Petry with the Tigers, Ernie Witt with the Blue Jays, Mark Langston. My 19. Yeah, some of mine are too. You can see that a little bit. Over time, they do tend to bow a little bit, so that does happen. My suggestion to you is once you put them in the box they come out of and stuff, try and put some filler in on the end to make sure they're nice and snug, and you can over time try to get them straightened out a little bit. Okay, Hunter? Just give you a little pointer there. Just like put either some bubble wrap in there to cushion the very end of the box to kind of put pressure on it. And then you can, these, I did go through and sort them, and then when I made sure that I didn't have any missing in the set before I did show it online here, I did put it back in the sleeve and did put some styrofoam bubbles in there to kind of push against the end so it would be as flat as it will. I mean, they're not bowing too much, but you can see they are bowing a little bit. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Mark Langston with the Mariners. All right, league leaders for the Cincinnati Reds. I'm not too familiar with Cincinnati there, but somebody might know who those two players are. Daryl Ackerfelds with the Indians, Jose Oquendo with the Cardinals, Cecilio Huante with the Yankees, Howard Johnson with the Mets, Ron Karkovis with the White Sox, Mike Mason with the Cubs. Oh yes, it definitely happens with the Chrome cards for sure. Yes, that is for sure. So let's see, we got Ernie Rawls with the Brewers, Gary Thurman with the Royals, Dale Murphy with the Braves, Joey Cora with the Padres, Len Matusek with the Dodgers, and then Rob Sebra with the Expos, Chuck Jackson with the Astros, Lance Parrish with the Philadelphia Phillies, Todd Bessinger, he's an announcer with the Seattle Mariners these days, with the Red Sox, Scott Garrelts with the Giants, Rennie Gonzalez with the Orioles, Chuck Finley with the Angels, and Jack Clark with the St. Louis Cardinals. That rounds up our second half to the first half. Put these back in my box here, so when the set is done, I'll go to my archives down in the basement. Just kidding. Down to my office in my garage and bring out the next set and make sure it's ready for next week. But here we go. Let me get these pre-staged and in my 25 card slots here. Okay, there we go. All right, now it'll make it a little quicker when I do go through and highlight these cards. Let's see, Hunter, what's your favorite card in your collection? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, it's always nice to find out what someone's favorite card is in their collection. I have a few. It's kind of hard to choose one, really, but yeah. So Alan Anderson with the Twins. Barry Larkin, there we go, Hall of Famer Barry Larkin with the Cincinnati Reds. Kurt Young with the Athletics. Dick Williams, manager for the Seattle Mariners. Jesse Orosco with the Mets. Jim Wellwander with the Tigers. Scott Bales with the Indians. Steve Lyons with the White Sox. Joel Skinner with the Yankees. Teddy Higuera with the Brewers. There's the Montreal Expos leaders. Is that Tim Raines in there? Yep, Tim Raines. I don't know for sure about the other guy. I knew that one had to have been Tim Raines. But awesome card there. Hall of Famer Tim Raines. Les Lancaster with the Cubs. Kelly Gruber with the Blue Jays. Jeff Russell with the Rangers. Johnny Ray with the Angels. Jerry Don Gleaton with the Royals. James Steele with the Padres. Shout out to Kevin's Card Collecting. Bob Welch with the Dodgers. Jose. Okay. Robbie Wine with the Astros. Kirby Puckett with the Twins. There's our first checklist. For top 1988 tops. First 132 cards. All right. Tony Bernazard with the Athletics. Tom Cadiotti with the Indians. Ray Knight with the Orioles. And Bruce Hurst with the Red Sox. All right. Get our next 25 cards here real quick. All right. Steve Jeltz with the Phillies. Jim Gott with the Pirates. Johnny Grubb with the Tigers. Greg Minton with the Angels. Oops. Flying away. Buddy Bell with the Reds. Don Schultz with the Mets. Donnie Hill with the White Sox. Greg Matthews with the Cardinals. Chuck Tanner, manager for the Atlanta Braves. Dennis Rasmussen with the Reds. Brian Dayette with the Cubs. Chris Bosio with the Brewers. Mitch Webster with the Expos. Jerry Brown with the Rangers. Jesse Barfield with the Blue Jays. Kansas City Royals leaders. Don't know for sure who that is. I think Ryan Sandberg. Is it Sandberg or Seltzer? Saberhagen? Is it Saberhagen maybe? Yeah, Saberhagen's there. I don't know for sure who that one is there. Might be Kevin Seitzer. All right. Andy Van Slyke with the Pirates. Tenert Red Rob. I recently got back into collecting and bought some hobby boxes to open up. I have some new base cards I want to get rid of. Would like to see them go to kids who collect. Any suggestions? That's an interesting question, but as far as you can try and see if there's any youth groups in your area. If you got the Boys Club of America, sometimes you can check with them. You can check with some local churches to see if they have any outreach type programs where they get together with kids or have a kids program. I had sent a lot of my football cards to Truth Seekers back in the day last year when I started my channel, and I know he used them in conjunction with one of his church's outreach programs. So I mean, you can just check on that there, Tenert Red Rob, and see what you might be able to find in your local area there. But I would start at like a boys club or something. You might see some young men there that might be interested in baseball and stuff. All right, but go ahead and check that out probably. Mickey Tettleton with the Athletics. Okay, Don Gordon with the Indians. Bill Madlock with the Tigers. Donnell Dixon with the Seattle Mariners. Got that blackout on his eyes. Bill Buckner with the Angels. Carmelo Martinez with the Padres. Shout out to Kevin's Card Collecting. Ken Howell with the Dodgers. And Eric Davis with the Reds. Rounds out the first half of our second stack. Put these back in the box here and go through our next stack here. Oh, no problem. Hey, that's what that's what we do here as a community, is try and help each other out. And then if not, you can always find, try to find just some place that might take the cards if you don't want all the base cards. I've got so many cards, I'm still working on different things to kind of weed them out slowly and eventually. I did, when I did my last box break, I did give everybody a team bag of their favorite team. So that's one way of trying to do it. If you do sell online or Facebook Marketplace or something like that, you could throw together team bags of, like, say, Astros or the Athletics, Indians, the Royals, the Yankees, the Mets, and sell them as team bag lots, or put them together as team bag lots. That way, if you already have them sorted and stuff, and you come up with a kid that might want some baseball cards, you can just tell them ask them what their favorite team is, and give them a team bag full of their favorite team. And then they can go through them and see if they recognize any of the players that way. Okay, let's continue on here though. Bob Nepper with the Astros. Joey Reed. Another thing you could do, Nert, is if no one local is interested, there's a lot of kid YouTubers that they would pay shipping and just send the boxes to them. Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's another thought. Get them together in so many cards in a box, like a 300 count or a 400 count or a 500 count box, and just asking them if they don't mind helping you with shipping, to just ship the boxes to them so they have some cards to go through. That is good there, Mason. Appreciate that. All right, so Jody Reed with the Red Sox. John Habyan with the Orioles. Jeff Stone with the Phillies. Bruce Sutter with the Braves. Gary Matthews with the Seattle Mariners. Atlee Hammaker with the Giants. Tim Hewlett with the White Sox. Brad Arnsberg with the Yankees. Willie McGee with the Cardinals. Bryn Smith with the Expos. Yeah, I'm not looking to make money. I collected kids as a kid. You mean cards as a kid, and didn't have a lot of money, but am more fortunate now, so would like to give them away. Well, you could always check with different people in, yeah, cards, not kins. I kind of figured that one out, the nerd. But yeah, even if you don't mind shipping them to them, just ask different youth in the channels that we have. We do get ones here. I know, like German 2019. He's a big Philadelphia Phillies fan, and I send him a team bag of Philadelphia Phillies each month from my channel, and I don't mind just sending it out to him. I don't ask for anything in return. But that's another thing you can do, is just do it that way. Just send them a team bag of their favorite team and just throw bags together. Sometimes I'll throw a relic or an autograph in there if it's something that I don't PC or collect, because I know they would probably enjoy getting any kind of autograph card or a relic card that I have no need for. But yeah, there's different creative ways you can be a blessing to children, that's for sure. So Mark McLemore with the Angels. Dale Mahoric with the Rangers. Dave Johnson, manager for the New York Mets. Robin Yount, Hall of Famer with the Brewers. Rick Rodriguez with the Athletics. Rance Mullenix with the Blue Jays. Barry Jones with the Pirates. Ross Jones with the Royals. Rich Gossage, Goose Gossage, with the San Diego Padres. All right, and then we've got the Cubs leaders here. Cubs leaders card. Lloyd McClendon. He was a manager for the Seattle Mariners for a little while there after he was done being a ball player. Eric Plunk with the Athletics. Phil Gardner with the Dodgers. And Kevin Bass with the Astros. All right, last half of our second stack. All right, let me do just so I don't forget. That way I know where I kind of left off here in the chat. Because sometimes I'll get rolling and forget to pay attention to what's going on. All right, so we got Jeff Reed with the Expos, Frank Tanana with the Tigers, Dwayne Henry with the Rangers, Charlie Pulo with the Braves, Terry Kennedy with the Orioles, Dave Cohn with the Mets, Ken Phelps with the Seattle Mariners, Tom Lawless with the Cardinals, Ivan Calderon with the White Sox, Rick Rhoden with the Yankees, Rafael Palmeiro with the Cubs, Steve Kiefer with the Brewers, John Russell with the Phillies. My stack's getting a little out of hand there. Wes Gardner with the Red Sox, Candy Maldonado with the Giants, John Cerruti with the Blue Jays. There we go, Devin White, Gold Cup card for the Angels. Brian Fisher with the Pirates. Tom Kelly, manager for the Minnesota Twins. Dan Quisenberry with the Royals. Dave Engel with the Expos. Lance McCullers with the Padres. Franklin Stubbs with the Dodgers. Dave Meadows with the Astros. And Wade Boggs, Hall of Famer, with the Red Sox. So second half to our second stack is done. Yeah, like I get excited every week for Jeff Airtime trivia. It's fun, and if you win, he'll send you a card. I can't wait to get to my mailbox to see what I got. So you'll definitely be making People's Day, nerd. I like that. People's Day, nerd. Kind of a little play with words there. I don't know if Mason planned that on purpose, but it definitely... that was cute the way that ended up there, Mason Sports Talk. So getting ready for our third stack here. All right. Oh, perfect pick there. All right. Oops. Fell over, but I know what I got going on there. There, I'll tip it back up a little bit. So, the Texas Rangers team leaders there in the dugout, chatting up a storm, I'm sure. All right, Glenn Hoffman with the Dodgers. Tenert. Oh, okay, it's Trent spelled backwards. Oh, okay. That's pretty interesting there. Trent spelled backwards. Trent. Got you now. Fred Tolliver with the Phillies. Paul O'Neill with the Reds. Nelson Liriano with the Blue Jays. Domingo Ramos with the Seattle Mariners. John Mitchell with the Mets. Steve Lake with the Cardinals. Richard Dotson with the White Sox. Willie Randolph with the Yankees. Frank DePino with the Cubs. Greg Brock with the Brewers. Albert Hall with the Braves. Dave Schmidt with the Orioles. Von Hayes with the Phillies. Jerry Roos with the Angels. Harry Spillman with the Giants. Dan Schatzler with the Twins. Mike Stanley with the Rangers. Tom Henke with the Blue Jays. Rafael Belliard with the Pirates. Steve Farr with the Royals. Stan Jefferson with the Padres. Tom Trebelhorn, manager for the Milwaukee Brewers. And Mike Ciosa with the Los Angeles Dodgers. Okay. Straighten these out a little bit before I get into our final stack for the first half of the stack. All right. David Lopes with the Astros. Ed Correa with the Rangers. Wallace Johnson with the Expos. There we go. Jeff Musselman, Gold Cup card for the Blue Jays. Pat Tabler with the Indians. Pittsburgh Pirates leaders. Is that Bonilla in there, or Bonds? Looks like Bobby Bonilla and Bobby Bonds. Barry Bonds, I mean. Don't mind me. Bob James with the White Sox. Rafael Santana with the Mets. Ken Daly with the Cardinals. Gary Ward with the Yankees. Ted Power with the Reds. Mike Heath with the Tigers. Luis Polonia with the Athletics. Roy Smalley with the Twins. Barry and Bobby Bow. Lee Smith, Hall of Famer with the Cubs. Damasco Garcia with the Braves. Tom Niedenfuhr with the Orioles. Mark Ryle with the Angels. Jeff Robinson with the Pirates. Rich Gedman with the Red Sox. Yeah, exactly on that. And you don't want to do it on the chat. The best thing to do with that one there, Tenert, is to get in touch with them through their parents or do it via email. It is kind of, you just have to basically err on caution there and just be careful in how the whole transaction transpires. That's all you have to keep in the back of your mind, okay? I'm retired from the military 20 years. I'm retired from the post office 20 years. So you do have to err on caution and just be careful on how you do handle everything on your channel. And just do it to the best of your ability and be honest with everybody and everything will work out, okay? So Mike Campbell, future star for the Seattle Mariners. All right. Thad Bosley with the Royals. Storm Davis with the Athletics. Mike Marshall with the Dodgers. And Nolan Ryan, Hall of Famer, with the Houston Astros. All right. Yeah, I agree. If I learn that they're real deal, then I'll send them my address. Exactly. You just have to just err on caution and just be careful when you do transactions like that. You should be good, though. Exactly. Thanks, Mason. All right. So we got Tom Foley here with the Expos. Bob Brower with the Rangers. And if they give me a P.O. box, I would ship. Yeah, some YouTubers, they do either use a P.O. box or a business address. That's kind of what I do. Depends on who and what takes place or transpires in the chats. I do have my email address. I have my business address that you can ship things to me when I do my family mail calls. And that is when, yeah, like Mr. Jabs does. Yes, he has a P.O. box that he does all his business transactions through YouTube on. All right, here's our second checklist there. There's Lee Elia, manager for the Philadelphia Phillies. Mookie Wilson with the Mets. Ken Schramm with the Indians. Jerry Royster with the Yankees. Ed Nunez with the Seattle Mariners. Some people like the way I say my team. Big YouTubers usually do. Most people I trade or buy from them, they do not. Yeah, the big YouTubers won't do that as much there, Mason. They're too much into the business aspect of the whole thing. Ron Kittle with the Yankees. Vince Coleman with the Cardinals. I'm not saying that they're all bad. Eric and John Jabs were the two YouTubers that got me started into doing a channel. So that's why I do enjoy their channels and I do go back and help support them on occasion still. San Francisco Giants team leaders for 1987. All right. Then we got Drew Hall with the Cubs. Glenn Braggs with the Brewers. Lee Straker with the Twins. Bo Diaz with the Reds. Paul Asemacher with the Braves. Billy Bean with the Tigers. Bruce Ruffin with the Phillies. Ellis Burks, Gold Cup card with the Red Sox. Mike Witt with the Angels. Ken Gerhart with the Orioles. Steve Ataveros with the Athletics. Garth Eorg with the Blue Jays. Junior Ortiz with the Pirates. And Kevin Seitzer with the Gold Cup card with the Royals. I don't know why I froze up on that one. I was spacing out, I think. Yes, Eric got me back into collecting, but he's becoming all about. Yes, he's in the big money bin now, because he's got 60,000 subscribers now. When I first met him, he had a lot less subscribers last year, and yeah, I'll just kind of leave it at that for now. But yep, once you become a big time YouTuber and stuff, it's all about the money. Try and turn it into a full-time job if you can, but then if something did go wrong with the channel, then you have, at least he is a school teacher. To the best of my knowledge, I don't think he's given that up yet. Luis Salazar with the Padres. Alejandro Pena with the Dodgers. Jose Cruz with the Astros. Randy St. Clair with the Expos. Pete in Cavaglia with the Rangers. Some of these names. Jerry Hairston with the White Sox. Pat Perry with the Reds. Phil Lombardi with the Yankees. My favorite streams to hang out in is Donald in the afternoon, and then San Francisco Cards and Deafness at night. Why, thanks there, Mason. Appreciate that. Larry Boa, manager for the San Diego Padres. I remember watching Larry Boa as a shortstop for the Philadelphia Phillies back in the day. Jim Presley with the Seattle Mariners. Chuck Grimm with the Brewers. Manny Trio with the Cubs. Oops, almost missed one. Pat Pasillo with the Reds. Dave Bergman with the Tigers. Tony Fernandez with the Blue Jays. Sorry. We've got a Houston Astros leaders card. Don't know for sure who those guys are by face, but I'm sure somebody in the channel knows who they are. Could be. There's only 5 people here, so I don't get the big following like Jab's family, where he's got 900 people watching him when he goes live. Carney Lansford with the Athletics. Doug Jones with the Indians. Al Pedrique with the Gold Cup card for the Pirates. Bert Blyleven with the Twins. Floyd Rayford with the Orioles. Zane Smith with the Braves. Milt Thompson with the Phillies. Steve Crawford with the Red Sox. And Chasing Donnie Baseball, Don Mattingly for the Yankees. All right. Finishes off our third stack here. All right. Yeah, pretty much on mine channel there. I'd say if you would have told 10 people 10 years ago they would have made a living on YouTube, people would have thought you were nuts. Oh yeah, I've been on YouTube for 20 years. It's just last year I went to, since I retired, and I am a retiree now, so I got plenty of time to spend on this. But yeah. Yeah, I'd rather have 10 people who support the channel and is in most of the streams than 1,000 who aren't. You can't build friendships with that many people in the chat. Exactly. Because he cannot chat to everybody, but he does recognize ones that he's known for a while in his channel. And he does recognize them. And for that, I will always be thankful for that in Eric's channel. But again, he does get quite busy on his channel, that's for sure. I'll just kind of leave it at that for now. Let me get these 3 sections ready here. And we can continue on with, it's being finicky here. Probably just me. There we go. Get the next 4 sections ready for the next. They're broken down in stacks of 100, in case you're wondering how I lay these out and stuff. So Bud Black with the Royals. So after this stack here, we'll be halfway through the set. All right, Jose Uribe with the Giants, Eric Show with the Padres, George Hendrick with the Angels, Steve Sachs with the Dodgers, and anybody that is new here and stuff, Johnny Waldeck is in the house. Oh, you changed your icon there, Johnny Waldeck. You finally put a picture on there. Appreciate that, Johnny. Billy Hatcher with the Astros, Mike Trujillo with the Seattle Mariners, Lee Mazzelli with the Mets, Bill Long with the White Sox, Tom Herr with the Cardinals, Scott Sanderson with the Cubs, Joey Meyer, future star for the Milwaukee Brewers. All right, Bob McClure with the Expos, Jimmy Williams, manager for the Toronto Blue Jays. Yes, thanks for noticing. Of course I noticed those things. You've been on my channel on and off throughout the little over a year that I've been on YouTube there, Johnny. You're one of my original subscribers back in the day of, as Sally Lloyd would say, when I was in my basement, but it wasn't a basement. Left Behind Times. He knows my shout out, the Seattle Mariners. He says he chuckles every time he hears me say that. So Dave Parker with the Cincinnati Reds, Jose Rijo with the Athletics, Tom Nito with the Twins, Mel Hall with the Indians, Mike Lloyd with the Rangers, Alan Trammell, Hall of Famer with the Tigers, White Sox leaders card there, Vincent Palacios with the Pirates, Rick Leach with the Blue Jays, Danny Jackson with the Royals, and Glenn Hubbard with the Braves. So, sorry I haven't been in more. I have a lot more free time when school ends next week. Oh, that's no problem, Johnny Waldeck. I'll enjoy seeing you around in the summertime here when school is done. All right, so let me just do one thing here so I know where I left off in the chat. So when I kind of look up there, I know what part of the chat I have read, and it's just a matter of doing a live chat refresh. And anybody that's been on their channels for a while will know what that will leave a kind of like a marker for me. Same, school's not over for a month for me though. Oh, no problem, Mason. All right, so Al Nipper with the Red Sox, Larry Sheets with the Orioles, Greg Gatteret with the Athletics, Chris Spear with the Giants. All right, Ed Whitson with the Padres. Shout out to Kevin's Card Collecting. Hey, Donald, what team are you doing tomorrow for your team history? Usually what I do, Hunter, is, and I know you've given me a lot of choices for my content on my history channel, my different ones that I do. As far as a team tomorrow, I don't know for sure. Usually I wait, I look at my list of teams that I have not done yet, and then I usually choose one, and that's who I do for the next team. All right, so I just randomly choose one from the list that I have not done yet. Okay, and so that's pretty much how I do it. I just roll with it. Sometime either this afternoon or this evening, I'll decide who I'm going to do it with and roll with it. Johnny, how's your son Charles Solly doing? Okay, so Brian Downing with the Angels, Jerry Reed with the Seattle Mariners, Wally Blackman with the Mets, Dave LaPointe with the White Sox, Claudel Washington with the Yankees, Ed Lynch with the Cubs, Jim Gattner with the Brewers, Brian Holton with the Dodgers, Kurt Stillwell with the Reds, Jack Morris, all right, with the Tigers, Carmen Castillo with the Indians, Larry Anderson with the Astros, Greg Gagne with the Twins, Tony La Russa, manager for the Athletics, Scott Fletcher for the Rangers, Vance Law for the Expos, Joe Johnson with the Blue Jays, Jim Eisenrich with the Royals. Bob Walk with the Pirates, and Will Clark with the Giants. All right, so there we go with that one. Put this stack in the box. By the time I'm done here, my set is back in the box, ready to be put away till we break out the next set next week. All right. San Diego Cardinal, he found him through San Francisco Cars the day Ethan gave ABQ a shout out. ABQ, who's ABQ? ABQ. Okay, so the Cardinals leaders, I don't know for sure who's on that card for sure. Billy Ripken, Cal Ripken Jr.'s brother. All right, Ed Owine with the Braves. Mark Sullivan with the Red Sox. Roger McDowell with the Mets. Oh, ABQ is a YouTuber. Okay, thanks a lot there, Mason. Luis Agallo with the Phillies. Floyd Bannister with the White Sox. Ray Quinones with the Seattle Mariners. Tim Stoddard with the Yankees. Tony Gwynn with the San Diego Padres. Shout out to Kevin's Card Collecting. Of course, Tony Gwynn and Paul Goldschmidt as Kevin's Card Collecting too. Of course, we won't see no Goldschmidt's in here because he's not from this era. Greg Maddux with the Cubs. Juan Castillo with the Milwaukee Brewers. Willie Frazier with the Angels. Nick Esaski with the Reds. Floyd Humans with the Expos. Chet Lemon with the Tigers. Tim Leary with the Dodgers. Gerald Young with the Astros. Greg Harris with the Rangers. Jose Canseco, there we go. Jose Canseco with the Athletics. Joe Heisketh with the Expos. Matt Williams with the Giants. There's our third checklist. We got Doc Edwards, manager for the Cleveland Indians, and Tom Bernaski with the Twins. All right. Moving on to the next one here. Mad Dog Maddox. All right. So there we go. Bill Wilkinson with the Seattle Mariners. Sam Horn with the Red Sox. Todd Frowick with the Phillies. Rafael Ramirez with the Braves. Joe McGreen with the Cardinals. Angels leaders. Keith Miller with the Mets. Eric Bell with the Orioles. Neil Allen. Oh, come on. Get out of the way there, Alert. With the Yankees. Carlton Fisk with the White Sox. There we go. Here's our all-star cards coming up now. I knew they started in the next stack. I didn't know if they were going to be in the bottom here, but we got Don Mattingly, first base. Willie Randolph, second base for the American Leagues here. Then we'll get into the National League. Wade Boggs at third base. Shortstop, Alan Trammell. Outfield, Bell, Puckett, and Winfield. Catcher, Matt Noakes. Right-hand pitcher, Clemens. Left-hand pitcher, Jimmy Keys. Relief pitcher, Henke. First base, Jack Clark. We're on the National League now. Ron Samuel, second base. Tim Wallach, third base. Ozzie Smith, shortstop. There we go. All right, we are past the halfway mark now. Moving on to stack number 5. Oh, there we go. That one. That one. Ooh, good pick. And that one. All right, continuing on now. All right, so let me move along here. refresh my chat. I see you guys are mainly just chatting back and forth between each other. That's what the chat's for. Unless you have a question for me. What I'd appreciate when you guys do that, because I can't see it on my phone as much, just highlight the channel name as you put it up there. That way it'll jump out at me when I know you're kind of trying to talk to me. But National League, of course, outfielder for Andre Dawson, Tony Gwynn in the outfield, Tim Raines in the outfield, Benny Santiago, catcher, Dwight Gooden, right-hand pitcher, Shane Raleigh, left-hand pitcher. Hello, can't stay but a few minutes. Am swamped with homework this week as it is the last week of school. I have 3 more essays and a test and a couple of projects to finish by Friday. Well, don't let me get in your way there, Caleb, but thanks for popping into the stream real quick, okay, buddy? Nice to see you today. Steve Bedrosian, relief pitcher, and then back to the regular cards again here. All right, Deion James with the Braves, Joe McKeon with the White Sox, Tony Pena with the Cardinals, Wayne Tollefson with the Yankees, Randy Myers with the Mets, John Christensen with the Seattle Mariners. 3 cards. Hey, 3-card collectors. Hey, Mason, let mine. Joe McNamara, manager for the Boston Red Sox, Don Carmen with the Phillies, Keith Moreland with the Cubs, Mark Giardi with the Brewers, Joel Youngblood with the Giants, Scott McGregor with the Orioles, Wally Joyner with the Angels, Ed Vanderberg with the Indians, Dave Concepcion with the Reds, John Smiley with the Pirates, Dwayne Murphy with the Athletics, and Jeff Reardon with the Minnesota Twins. All right, second half of the first half of the 100-card stack. Randy Reddy with the Padres, Paul Kilgus with the Rangers, John Shelby with the Dodgers, the Tigers leaders, Glenn Davis with the Astros, Casey Candielli with the Gold Cup card for the Expos, Mike Moore with the Seattle Mariners, Bill Pecota with the Royals, Rick Aguilera with the Mets, Mike Pagliarulo with the Yankees, Mike Bilecki with the Pirates, Fred Manrique with the White Sox, Bruce Ducey with the Blue Jays, Dave Martinez with the Cubs, Steve Bedrosian with the Phillies, Rick Manning with the Brewers, Tom Bolton with the Red Sox, Ken Griffey Sr., Ken Griffey Jr.'s dad, Cal Ripken Sr., oh, that's pretty neat. The 2 dads right back to each other, Ken Griffey. And of course, Cal Ripken Sr. is the manager, of course, for the Orioles back in the day. And his dad and his 2 sons were playing with him at the same time. Mike Krukow with the Giants, Doug DeSantis with the Angels, Jeff Montgomery with the Reds, Mike Davis with the Athletics, Jeff Robinson with the Tigers, and Barry Bonds with the Pittsburgh Pirates. All right, senior duos. That was cool. Back-to-back senior duos. That was cool. That was very cool. All right, here we go. Keith Atherton with the Twins, Willie Wilson with the Royals, Dennis Powell with the Seattle Mariners, Marvell Wynn with the Padres. Shout out to Kevin's Card Collecting. Sean Hilgis with the Dodgers, Dave Anderson with the Dodgers, Terry Leach with the Mets, Ron Hassey with the White Sox. Then we've got our Yankees leader card there. Ozzie Smith with the Cardinals, Danny Darwin with the Astros, Don Slott with the Rangers, Fred McGriff with the Blue Jays, Jay Tibbs with the Expos, Paul Molitor with the Brewers, Jerry Mumphrey with the Cubs, Don Assey with the Orioles, Darren Dalton with the Phillies, Jeff Redmond with the Braves, Dwight Evans with the Red Sox, Donnie Moore with the Angels, Robert Thompson with the Giants, Joe Niekro, Phil Niekro's brother, with the Twins, Tom Brookins with the Tigers, and Pete Rose, manager for the Cincinnati Reds. All right, last part of the stack. I got the team bag of Rangers from you a couple days ago. Thanks a lot. No problem there, 3 cards. You, right now I think I got 3 you guys going in the group there. I got you with the Texas Rangers. I've got Dearman 2019 with the Philadelphia Phillies. And then I've got, I think the new one is, I'm trying to remember his name now, but he's got the Baltimore Orioles. Huber's Trick Shots has got the Baltimore Orioles that I send cards to. All right, so Dave Stewart with the Athletics. Jamie Quirk with the Royals. Lucky Lucky's in the house. Good afternoon, Donald. Hey, everyone. Just got home from work, and your package arrived just when I pulled in. Thank you. Oh, no problem there, Lucky Lucky. It's nothing near what you sent me, but I do appreciate you buying into that break this last weekend. All right? So just a little something to have you have some cards to go through. Maybe one of these days you'll be creating content for your channel. I don't know. Sid Bream with the Pirates. Brett Butler with the Indians. Dwight Gooden with the Mets. Mariano Duncan for the Dodgers. Mark Davis for the Padres. Kevin's card collecting. Rod Booker with the Cardinals. Pat Clements with the Yankees. Harold Reynolds with the Seattle Mariners. Pat Keedy with the White Sox. Jim Pankovitz with the Astros. Andy McGaffigan with the Expos. Dodgers leaders card. Larry Parrish with the Rangers. B.J. Surhoff with the Brewers. Doyle Alexander with the Tigers. Mike Greenwell Gold Cup card for the Red Sox. Wally Ritchie with the Phillies. Eddie Murray with the Orioles. Guy Huffman with the Reds. Kevin Mitchell with the Giants. Bob Boone with the Angels. Eric King with the Tigers. And Andre Dawson ends out the stack with the Cubs. All right. All right. Let me put that there. Let me do a refresh in the chat so I know that I'm caught up to a certain point there. With Left Behind saying, hey, Lucky. All right. Catch this one too. What's it say? I only have 9 Kyle Tuckers right now, getting about 10 more, and the next week should be about 60 Kyle Tuckers by the end of the summer. That's cool there, Caleb. It's nice to know that you took on another player you want to try and get cards for. That is cool. All right, so let's go here into our next stack here. Get in there, get in there. I just try and break it down into 4 groups, really. There's that one. Need 2 more. There, and that one. There we go. Now I got my 3 groups here. All right. So we got Tim Bertos with the Athletics. Danny Gladden with the Twins. Junior Noboa with the Indians. Bob Rogers, manager for the Montreal Expos. Willie Upshaw with the Blue Jays. John Cangliosi with the Pirates. Mark Kubica with the Royals. Tim Teufel with the Mets. Bill Dolly with the Cardinals. Dave Winfield with the New York Yankees. Joel Davis with the White Sox. Alex Trevino with the Dodgers. Tim Flannery with the Padres. Pat Sheridan with the Tigers, Juan Nieves with the Brewers, Jim Sundberg with the Cubs, Ron Robinson with the Reds, Greg Gross with the Phillies, the Seattle Mariners team leader cards. Those are the pictures there. Dave Smith with the Astros, Jim Dwyer with the Royals, Bob Patterson with the Pirates, Gary Renicky with the Braves, Gary Lucas with the Angels, and Marty Barrett with the Red Sox. Okay, let me get a sip of water real quick here, wet my whistle. All right, get on to the finish up the first half of the stack here. Juan Beringer with the Twins, Steve Henderson with the Athletics, our fourth checklist. All right, Tim Burke with the Expos, Gary Carter, Hall of Famer with the Mets, Rich Yett with the Indians, Mike Kingery with the Seattle Mariners. That's for left behind times. John Farrell with the Indians, John Wathan with manager for the Royals, Ron Guidry for the Yankees, John Morris with the Cardinals, Steve Buechele with the Rangers, Bill Wegman with the Brewers, Mike Lavalier with the Pirates, Bert Saberhagen with the Royals, Juan Beniquez with the Blue Jays, Paul Noakes with the Cubs, Kent Tekulve with the Phillies, Jim Traber with the Orioles, Don Baylor with the Twins, John Candelaria with the Mets, Felix Freeman with the Pirates, Shane Mack with the Padres. We've got the Braves leader cards here. 4 Braves on that one. All right, and then we've got Pedro Guerrero with the Dodgers. All right, rounds out that first half of the 6th stack here. All right, continuing on. Puts a smile on my face every time. I know that. Thanks there, left behind. All right. Got everything refreshed there. Let's continue on. So Terry Steinbach with the Athletics, Mark Thurman with the Tigers, Tracy Jones with the Reds, Mike Smithson with the Twins, Brooke Jacoby with the Indians, Stan Clark with the Seattle Mariners. All right, Craig Reynolds with the Astros, Bob Ojeda with the Mets, Ken Williams with the White Sox, Tim Wallace with the Expos, Rick Cerrone with the Yankees, Jim Lindemann with the Cardinals, Jose Guzman with the Rangers, Frank Lucchesi, manager for the Chicago Cubs, Lloyd Mosby with the Blue Jays, Charlie O'Brien with the Brewers, Mike Diaz with the Pirates, Chris Brown with the San Diego Padres, Kevin's Card Collecting, Charlie LeBrant with the Royals, Jeffrey Leonard with the Giants, Mark Williamson with the Orioles, Chris James with the Phillies, Bob Stanley with the Red Sox, Craig Nettles with the Braves, and Don Sutton. I always was amazed how Don Sutton had all that hair and all that gray hair. He wasn't super old, but was a long-time pitcher, that's for sure. All right, moving into the last part of our 6th stack. Tommy Henzo with the Indians, Tom Browning with the Reds, Gary Gaeta with the Twins, the New York Mets leader card, Mark McGwire Gold Cup card with the Athletics, Tito Landrum with the Dodgers, Mike Henneman with the Tigers, Dave Valley with the Seattle Mariners, Steve Trout with the Yankees, Ozzie Guillen with the White Sox, Terry Poole with the Astros, Jeff Parrott with the Expos. Gino Petrelli with the Rangers. George Bell with the Blue Jays. Doug Drabek with the Pirates. Dale Svem with the Brewers. Bob Tewksbury with the Cubs. Bobby Valentine, manager for the Texas Rangers. Frank White with the Royals. John Kruk with the Padres. Gene Garber with the Royals. Lee Lacy with the Orioles. Calvin Schiraldi with the Red Sox. And Mike Schmidt, Hall of Famer, for the Philadelphia Phillies. Oh, is that what Don Sutton is a broadcaster for the Braves these days? That is cool that he's still involved in the sport that he loved. That is awesome. I'm going to just scooch these over a little bit. Here, I'll open up my flag more there. How's that sound? Getting down to our last two stacks in our pile here. All right. Line these up right in front of Ethan here. Okay. Then one more. One more blown doll. There we go. Okay, there we go. Good to go. All right, let's continue on here. All right, I got up to that one, so let's do my chat refresh again. It's just a reminder. It helps me so I know where I left off in the chat when you guys are chatting around. Jack Lazorko with the Angels. Mike Alderetta with the Giants. Rob Murphy with the Reds. Chris Bando with the Indians. Kirk Gibson with the Tigers. Moose Haas with the Athletics. Mickey Hatcher with the Dodgers. Charlie Kerfield with the Astros. The Minnesota Twins league leaders, or team leaders. Keith Hernandez with the Mets. Tommy John with the Yankees. Kurt Ford with the Cardinals. Bobby Thigpen with the White Sox. Herm Winningham with the Expos. Jody Davis with the Cubs. Jack Aldrich with the Brewers. Ottoby McDowell with the Rangers. Cecil Fielder with the Blue Jays. Mike Dunn, Gold Cup card holder with the Pirates. Corey Snyder with the Indians. Gene Nelson with the Athletics. Cal Daniels with the Reds. Mike Flanagan with the Blue Jays. Jim Leland with manager for the Pirates. And Frank Viola with the Twins. First quarter of the stack here. Next we've got Glenn Wilson with the Phillies. Joe Bofer with the Braves. Dave Henderson with the Giants. Kelly Downs with the Giants. Darrell Evans with the Tigers. Jack Howell with the Angels. Steve Shields with the Seattle Mariners. Barry Bonds with the Mets. Joe DeLeon with the White Sox. Terry Pendleton with the Cardinals. Charles Hudson with the Yankees. Jay Bell with the Indians. Steve Balboni with the Royals. The Milwaukee Brewers team leaders. Brewers team leaders. Gary Templeton with the Padres. Rick Honeycutt with the Athletics. Rob Dorner with the Cubs. Rocky Childress with the Astros. Terry McGriff with the Reds. Matt Noakes, Gold Cup holder for the Tigers. And then we've got another checklist. I think it's checklist number 5. All right. Pascal Perez with the Expos. Alan Newman with the Twins. Dwayne Busey with the Angels, and Cal Ripken Jr. Cal Ripken Jr. for the Baltimore Orioles. Cool card there to end the first half of the stack. All right. And we've got next here, we've got Mike Jackson with the Phillies, Bruce Benedict with the Braves, Jeff Sellers with the Red Sox, Roger Craig with the Giants, Len Dykstra with the Mets, Lee Gutterman with the Seattle Mariners, Gary Radu with the White Sox, Tim Conroy with the Cardinals, Bobby Meacham with the Yankees, Rick Ruschel with the Giants, Nolan, turn back the clock cards coming up here, with Nolan Ryan with the Astros, 1983, Jim Rice with the Red Sox, 1978, Ron Blomberg with the New York Yankees, first base, 1973, Bob Gibson with the Cardinals, 1968, Stan Musial with the Cardinals, 1963, and back to the regular cards again. Mario Soto with the Reds, Luis Quinones with the Cubs, Walt Terrell with the Tigers, Philadelphia Phillies leaders, Dan Plesac with the Brewers, Tim Launder with the Twins, John Davis with the Royals, Tony Phillips with the Athletics, Mike Fitzgerald with the Expos, and Jim Rice with the Red Sox. All right, getting closer here. Ron Blomberg was the first designated hitter to have an at-bat. Oh, that's nice to know there, Lucky. Thanks for that intel there. All right. So, Ken Dixon with the Orioles, Eddie Milner with the Giants, Jim Aker with the Braves, Darryl Miller with the Angels, Charlie Ho with the Rangers, Bobby Bonilla with the Pirates, Jimmy Key with the Blue Jays, Julio Franco with the Indians, Hal Lanier with manager for the Astros, Ron Darling with the Mets, Terry Francona with the Reds, Mickey Brantley with the Seattle Mariners, Jim Wynn with the White Sox, Tom Pagnozzi with the Cardinals, Jay Howell with the Athletics, Dan Pasqua with the Yankees, Mike Burback with the Brewers, Benny Santiago with the San Diego Padres. Shout out to Kevin's Card Collecting. Eric Nolte with the Padres also. Sean Dunston with the Cubs, Dwayne Ward with the Blue Jays, Steve Lombardozzi with the Twins, Brad Havens with the Dodgers, the San Diego Padres leaders card that looks like Tony Gwynn and can't remember for sure. Is that Eddie Whitson? No, not Eddie Whitson. Trying to remember who that is on there with Tony Gwynn with the Padres, and George Brett with the Kansas City Royals. Ends out our 7th stack in the set. All right, we're moving on to our final 92 cards. Okay. We'll end our last little stack with a checklist. Boom, did a good pick on that one. All right, there we go. Going into our last stack to work on finishing up the stream today. All right, I do have some packages coming in today, so I might have some family mail call tomorrow. We'll see what happens. Sammy Stewart with the Indians, Mike Gallego with the Athletics, Bob Brenly with the Giants, Dennis Boyd with the Red Sox, Juan Samuel with the Phillies, Rick Mahler with the Braves, Fred Lynn with the Orioles, Gus Polidor with the Angels, George Frazier with the Twins, Darryl Strawberry with the Mets, Bill Gullickson with the Yankees, John Moses with the Seattle Mariners. Knew I'd get at least one more in before we finish. Benito Santiago. Okay, that's who it was. Okay. Thanks there, Left Behind. Appreciate that. Willie Hernandez with the Tigers. Jim Fregosi, manager with the Chicago White Sox. Todd Worrell with the Cardinals. Len Sakata with the Yankees. Jay Baller with the Cubs. Mike Felder with the Brewers. Denny Walling with the Astros. Tim Raines, Hall of Famer Tim Raines with the Expos. Pete O'Brien with the Rangers. Manny Lee with the Blue Jays. Bob Kipper with the Pirates. Danny Tartavel with the Royals. And Mike Boddicker with the Orioles. Okay. Finish up the last half, or the first half of our last stack. Alfredo Griffin with the Athletics. Greg Booker with the Padres. Andy Allenson with the Indians. The Blue Jays leader cards. Juan Franco with the Reds. Rick Shue with the Phillies. Dave Palmer with the Braves. Spike Owens with the Red Sox. Craig Lefferts with the Giants. Kevin McReynolds with the Mets. Matt Young with the Dodgers. Butch Weiniger with the Angels. Scott Bankhead with the Seattle Mariners. Darryl Boston with the White Sox. Rick Sutcliffe with the Cubs. Mike Easler with the Yankees. Mark Clear with the Brewers. Larry Herndon with the Tigers. Whitey Herzog with the Cardinals. Bill Duran with the Astros. Gene Larkin with the Twins. Bobby Witt with the Rangers. Reed Nichols with the Expos. Mark Eckhorn with the Blue Jays. And Bo Jackson with the Royals. Bo knows. Bo knows. All right. So moving on to the last half of our last stack. Why does it always seem like when you finish something like this, you can't fit them all back in the box? No, they're going to fit. Spike. What a great name for baseball. All right. Jim Morrison with the Tigers. Mark Grant with the Padres. Denny Heap with the Dodgers. Mike Lacoste with the Giants. Ozzie Virgil with the Braves. Mike Maddox with the Phillies. John Marzano with the Red Sox. Eddie Williams with the Indians. The Oakland Athletics leaders. Mike Scott with the Astros. Tony Armas with the Angels. Scott Bradley with the Seattle Mariners. Doug Sisk with the Mets. Greg Walker with the White Sox. Neil Heaton with the Expos. Henry Cotto with the Yankees. Jose Lynn, future star for the Pirates. Dickie Knowles with the Cubs. Cecil Cooper with the Brewers. Lou Whitaker with the Tigers. Ruben Sierra with the Rangers. Sal Butera with the Twins. Frank Williams with the Reds. Gene Mach, manager for the California Angels. And Dave Stieb with the Blue Jays. And this is our final checklist card for the 1988 baseball card set. Lonnie Smith with the Royals. Keith Comstock with the Padres. Boom! There we go. Tom Glavine pack. Set fresh. Rookie card for Tom Glavine. Awesome card there. Gotta always pause for Tom Glavine. Atlanta Braves. Rookie card. Alright. So continuing on. Fernando Valenzuela with the Dodgers. Keith Hughes with the Phillies. Jeff Ballard with the Orioles. Ron Renicky with the Phillies. Joe Sambito with the Red Sox. Love the Glavine. Yep. Alvin Davis with the Seattle Mariners. Joe Price with the Giants. Bill Almond with the Mets. Ray Searage with the White Sox. We got our Cleveland Indian leaders cards. We've got our Dave Righetti with the Yankees. Ted Simmons with the Braves. And last but not least, John Tudor with the St. Louis Cardinals for our last and final card in this 792 card set. So there you have it, the 1988 Topps baseball set. Tried and true, through to the end. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Looks like a teenager there. Exactly. All right, let me do one last one here as I get ready to say my goodbyes here. My wife's probably sounds like she's getting ready to have some lunch, so I'm gonna go down and have lunch with my sweetheart. All right, so without further ado, let me just squirrel this down just a second there. All right, hopefully you guys enjoyed going through the 1988 Topps baseball card set with me. I do appreciate you spending time with me on this Wednesday morning, Wednesday afternoon. Now, wherever you are, I started in the morning and finished early afternoon. So let me turn my camera around like I normally do here, so you guys can see my gear that I'm wearing. My baseball cap. This is the Washington State Seattle Mariners baseball cap here. You can kind of see the Seattle Mariners on the logo on there. A little bit different. And my Topps baseball t-shirt. Going back in time. I have that set, Donald. Have never opened it. So I like watching this. Yeah, this one here was not an unopened box, but yeah, I do enjoy opening them. I do have all the sets through current, and yes, the same with mine. They are currently unopened, but to finish off the series here, I will be opening up brand new boxes of some of the sets. This was a self-collated set by somebody you might know, but yeah, through the openings and stuff, some will be self-collated sets and some will be brand new sets that I haven't even opened and take the plastic off yet. But I'm willing to do that for the channel, to be able to share all the cards in the sets as we continue through. That's good looking Seattle Mariners cap, Donald. Thank you there, left behind. It is a different one. It's not a normal one, that's for sure. I think I picked this one up just before all this stuff struck and stuff in our local outlet mall. There's a place called Lids that does baseball caps and hats for football, basketball, all the different sports, but they were going out of business. I don't know if the whole company was closing down or whatnot. Maybe they weren't selling enough with all the online ordering that people can do. But so I did pick up a few of my ball caps that are that are on my wall here. A couple, I think 2 I picked up before they closed up. Got them at good prices, so couldn't resist getting another new ball cap to have on the channel. So other than that, I'm going to go ahead and get ready to say goodbye now. I've got almost 2 hours on the video, so that's pretty good and good enough for me. Oh yeah, we have Lids here in Georgia. Okay. Bye everyone. Yep. So you guys take care. This has been Don Blomdahl, Hall of Fame veteran, sports cards and collectibles, coming to you live from Arlington, Washington. You guys have a great and wonderful day. We will see you tomorrow morning, 10:30, for our baseball team history that I'll choose sometime today. All right? You guys take care. Have a wonderful day. And it looks like my chat is still going, so my stream should end properly this time. Take care and have a wonderful, wonderful day.